Tell us how the whole concept came to fruition.
Okay. Well, I met Cameron, I believe it was in grade 6. So we became friends kind of grade 6, grade 7, and through high school. Best man at my wedding, so it was kind of a good choice for a business partner. We both went to the University of Guelph when we came back. We traveled around the world. I went to different places. We both kind of ended back up in Guelph doing other things. I'm a plumber by trade, so I have another business doing that. And Cameron and I were home brewing, just experimenting on basically our pilot system that we still use today.
Yep.
And one day we just kind of said, you know what, your beer's getting better. It's not always awful. We could probably get some real equipment and make a go of this. And we decided to kind of mortgage our houses and see what happened with that, and start a brewery. And it took quite some time to find the right location, to make sure the market was going to be able to kind of sustain another brewery in Guelph, what our plans could be for the future. And initially it was more of a, let's do something fun that maybe we can make some money at. And we're sick of paying for beer, let's try to get it for free.
Tell us a little bit about the connection with the brewery to Guelph as a city.
Well, I mean, that's kind of it for us, is that we try to very much be Guelph's brewery. It's in the name. Guelph's the Royal City. We are Royal City Brewing. That connection to us is very, very important. We really feel that Guelph is a very, very special city, with a very special place in the province, a very special place in the country. There really isn't another place that we feel that's similar to it, just from in terms of the vibe, the feel, the community that this place has. It's very unique. We focus as much as we possibly can on local businesses, local suppliers. All the honey for our smoked honey comes from an apiary just south of in Flamborough, so not in Guelph, but just right beside it.
Yep.
All of our malt comes from a supplier in Fergus. We do our best to try and focus as much as we can. Our design is all done by a local artist in Guelph. She does a fantastic job for us, as everyone can see.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's very important for us to support our community and be a small piece of that community.
So when we opened, Marvin, he's a brewmaster from Wellington, said something to me kind of stuck in my ear. They've been super friendly. They're open to help us anytime we have an issue. And he said to me, the rising tide floats all boats. And at the time, I understood what he was saying, but I didn't really get the concept. And now that I understand it, they've been so helpful, because the worst thing for Wellington or for Stonehammer would be for us to make bad beer. And if you've never had craft beer, come to our brewery and drink something that's awful.
Right.
Because then they may say, I'm never having craft beer again, it's terrible. And that's going to hurt Stonehammer, and that's going to hurt Wellington, and everybody else in the province slightly. Right. So the best thing for us is to make beer that's tasty and approachable, as well as some more extreme things, just so that you can get people to kind of gateway into this type of product from the big macro beers.
Right. When you and Camps first started, when you were home brewing, did you kind of have separate styles that you were brewing, or were you on the same track and thought this is what we like to do?
Actually, one of our first beers is smoked honey, and it's our flagship now. But that was kind of the only beer that we said, this is definitely what we want to do. We knew we had to make other styles of beer, but we wanted something that would be unique and different, but still approachable. And that particular beer has been the best thing for us, because with the LCBO, they tried it and said, we've never had a beer like this. It's delicious and easy, and that's exactly what's going to get you guys on shelves.
Right.
And we don't, bringing a double IPA to the LCBO with your first beer, they're going to deny it because they don't know if you're going to be able to sell it.
Right. So we're going to do a little bit of tasting here. You guys make a lot of beers, as you can see here. We've got a few of them here. How many do you think you've made since you've been open?
Since we've been opened, I'm going to have to say it's going to be close to 200 different styles since we have been open, or 200 unique brews. Part of the strength that we have at our size is that we get to play around quite a bit. We get to try lots of new and different things.
Right.
We try to have 3 main lines that are always here. So one of them is the Hibiscus, the Exhibition Session IPA, and our Smoked Honey, which is our kind of hybrid style brown ale. Those 3 are typically always available. We have a couple more lines we kind of run through on, like, we try to always have, we're always making more of them, but we may run out from time to time.
Right.
That's the 100 Step Stout, the Suffolk Street Session, and our Two Rivers now. It's our blonde ale.
With this sort of beer, is there a sort of flavor that you were trying to go for with Two Rivers, or profile that you were trying to get there?
Yeah, basically we wanted to make something that's easy for the summer. That's really
Right.
it. We wanted to have a crushable beer, basically something that people can drink on the patio, kind of after they mow the lawn. That kind of easy, accessible blonde ale that they can just be
Right.
refreshing.
It's not, it's not
and
intimidating. It's not. It's a very approachable beer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Our ethos is that we try to make innovative yet approachable beer.
Right. And so when I'm tasting this, is there a certain flavor that I'm looking for, or people that drink it, is there something that they will find right away, or is that sets it apart from another session ale?
With this one, with the blonde ale, we're generally trying to make it kind of clean and crisp tasting on the front end. However, just to make it a little bit different than other blonde ales, we try to put a little bit more residual bitterness on the back end.
Right.
So it's going to have a little kind of a cleansing kind of bitterness on the back.
Which I just noticed there.
Yeah.
That's very nice. And sort of, when you first started, what was the sort of feel or the atmosphere you wanted to create for people? Was it just, hey, we're a new brewery, or was it the progression to get to the point that you are now with the atmosphere, the music, the artwork, and everything that there is to offer?
Well, initially the artwork was the first thing we wanted to make sure that was honed into Guelph as much as possible. And Kai does, Hillside Festival, downtown Guelph, all these things that people already recognize as kind of Guelph style. So it helped us kind of get our foot in the door right away. And in terms of the brewery, we were very limited to our funds when we opened. We were quite panicked at one point, but so we did everything ourselves. And at first, I thought, maybe it looks a little hokey because it's us making the concrete bar top because it's cheaper, and we're here until 2 in the morning, saving money by not buying a real proper countertop. But
Right.
I think Guelph really likes that. Maybe not other towns. I don't know if it would fit in downtown Toronto, but in Guelph, they want to see progression of you building your own business up from the ground.
Right.
I think we didn't intend it necessarily as much as it was a necessity, and it seemed to work for us anyway.
So when you first started, and you say you did the market research, you wanted to see if the area would actually support another craft brewery. How has the community involvement been? Was it strong right off the bat, or did you guys struggle?
It was stronger than we anticipated right off the bat. I remember about 20 minutes before we opened the doors for the first time, Cam and I were saying, are people actually going to show up to actually care? And I think it was, we had about 50 growlers pre-filled, and we thought we were prepared, and it was minutes before we were out of stock, and we were refilling right away, because we didn't realize we understood the culture, but we underestimated the thirst for new product and new beer in this town. So this town is so incredibly supportive. I think everything is local. That's what people want. It's the local food movement, same thing. They want to talk to the people that make the beer. They want to talk to people that are involved and bought into this. We're bought into the community.
Right.
Our marketing with Kaiser Poulos has done exactly that. It allows us to show our beer that it's Guelph Brewery, and we talk about this all the time. And we were pushing our product out further all the time, but we really would want to bring as much to Guelph as possible, because it's cheaper for us for deliveries, better for the environment. We can hone in directly on our local customers who want something that we can make exactly for their tastes.
Right.
So for us, that's really what we want to be doing.